With great power comes great responsibility. For Parrot OS users, that is not a slogan, it's a warning. In an age where Big Brother is watching, one operating system fights back. A lightweight Linux distro that was created for penetration, for defense, and for privacy. Hack, encrypt, vanish. Your passport into the shadows. This is the story of Parrot OS. The year is 2013. The month is April. And Lorenzo Polinero Valentra, an Italian developer and cybersecurity expert, releases the first version of Parrot OS 28 days after the release of Kali Linux. Parrot OS was not a reaction to Kali Linux, but a parallel project with unique goals that addressed the limitations of its own parent distros. Kali, on one hand, although heavy, it was also powerful. Black Trace before it was even heavier, as it was created by merging Auditor's security collection together with WHAX 2005, which was a successor to Whoopix 2004. Parrot OS, on the other hand, was a successor of Frozen Box OS, which was based on Debian Weasel, and was a successor of Stealth Pan, which was built by Black Audit hacking community. Security professionals needed something lightweight, something that could run on older hardware without sacrificing capability. And so Lorenzo and his team took up the challenge and delivered. They built it on Debian testing, not Debian stable like most security distributions. This meant cutting-edge packages, faster updates, and modern software that didn't feel like it was stuck in 2010. The first release was modest, a few hundred tools, Mate desktop, and a promise: security simplified. But what made Parrot different wasn't just the tools, it was the philosophy. While other security distribution focused on being dark and intimidating, Parrot wanted to be approachable. The mascot, a colorful parrot, symbolized communication, intelligence, and accessibility. This wasn't just another dark theme with scores. It was the bad boy who looked like a pope. By 2015, Parrot had something competitors didn't have: efficiency. While Kali required 2 GB of RAM to run smoothly, Parrot flew with just 512 MB. The secret wasn't magic. Parrot simply used lightweight alternatives without sacrificing functionality. Mate instead of Genome, carefully selected default applications, optimized kernel configurations, efficient package management. For penetration testers working with limited resources, this was revolutionary. You could run Parrot on a 10-year-old laptop and still have a full security laboratory. But Parrot's real innovation was its approach to privacy. While other distributions focused purely on offensive security, Parrot emphasized protecting the user's privacy during security research. AnoSoft became Parrot's unique feature, a simple tool that routed all traffic through Tor with one click. No complex configurations, no command line wizardry, just point, click, and your connection was anonymized. The privacy-focused approach attracted a different kind of user, not just ethical hackers and penetration testers, but journalists, activists, and privacy advocates who needed secure computing environments. What made Parrot deadly wasn't just its efficiency, it was the carefully selected collection of tools that came pre-installed. But Parrot didn't just dump every security tool into one ISO. The team configured each tool to work seamlessly together. Unlike Kali, Parrot focused on quality over quantity. Every tool was tested, configured, and integrated into the desktop environment. And the result was a penetration testing environment that worked out of the box without hours of configuration and troubleshooting. While competitors focused on breaking into systems, Parrot focused on protecting its users. Government surveillance, corporate espionage, and legal gray areas made anonymity crucial for ethical hackers. Parrot's privacy features weren't afterthoughts, they were core design principles. Hanosoft is a one-click Tor routing for complete anonymity. Adding kernel, protection against exploit techniques. AppAmog, mandatory access controls for application. Encrypted storage, full disk encryption by default. Secure boot, protection against rootkits and bootkits. This privacy-first approach attracted users beyond traditional pen testers. Parrot's anonymization features were fast and didn't slow down the system like other privacy-focused distributions. By 2017, Parrot had something money couldn't buy: a passionate community. The forums buzzed with tutorials, tool reviews, and security research. Users weren't just consuming, they were contributing. Custom tools, configuration scripts, and educational content flowed from the community. Parrot's tech team didn't just maintain the distribution, they fostered education. Official documentation, video tutorials, and certification programs which made Parrot accessible to newcomers. The community attracted diverse voices: university professors teaching cybersecurity, bug bounty hunters sharing techniques, and security consultants documenting their methodologies. This wasn't just another Linux distribution, it was becoming a movement. A movement that believed ethical hacking should be accessible, privacy should be default, and security education should be free. Parrot's biggest challenge was competing with Kali Linux's massive market share and offensive securities marketing budget. Kali had corporate backing, certification programs, and years of industrial adoption. But Parrot had advantages Kali didn't have: faster boot time, lower resource usage, built-in anonymization tools, cleaner interface, better documentation, and cutting-edge packages with modern technologies. The competition intensified when Kali adopted some of Parrot's innovations: lighter images, better privacy tools, and improved desktop environments, which appeared in Kali releases. But imitation validated Parrot's approach. The industry was recognizing that security distributions needed to be more than just tool collections. They needed to be complex platforms. By 2019, something unexpected happened. Enterprises started adopting Parrot. Security consulting firms needed standardized platforms for their teams. Parrot's lightweight nature meant consultants could run it on any hardware, from high-end workstations to budget laptops. The privacy features appealed to companies working with sensitive clients that needed assurance that their security testing wouldn't compromise confidentiality. Parrot's professional appearance also mattered. While Kali looked like a hacker's basement setup, Parrot looked professional enough for client presentations. But with its corporate adoption came new challenges. Enterprises needed professional support contracts, compliance certifications, integration with existing security frameworks, training programs for security teams. Parrot Security responded with Parrot Enterprise, offering commercial support and custom configurations for business users. Parrot Security OS in 2024 became more than just a penetration testing distribution. It became a complete cybersecurity platform. AWS, Azure, VCP testing tools, Docker, and Kubernetes security scanners, firmware analysis and hardware hacking tools, adversarial machine learning frameworks, and smart contract auditing tools. The distribution evolved beyond traditional network penetration testing. Modern threats require modern tools, and Parrot delivered. Virtual machines were embraced. Parrot VMs deployed instantly on any cloud provider, making distributed security testing seamless. The team also recognized mobile security importance. Parrot Mobile brought security testing to Android devices, turning smartphones into portable penetration testing platforms. Parrot's greatest achievement wasn't technical, it was educational. Students worldwide could download Parrot and access the same tools used by professional pen testers. Universities adopted Parrot for cybersecurity courses. The lightweight nature meant computer labs could run Parrot without expensive hardware upgrades. Online learning platforms integrated Parrot into their curricula. Udemy courses, YouTube tutorials, and cybersecurity bootcamps standardized on Parrot's consistent environment. The educational impact was measurable. Thousands of students learning ethical hacking, hundreds of universities teaching with Parrot, dozens of certification programs using Parrot labs. This educational focus created a virtuous cycle. Students learned on Parrot, graduated, and recommended it to their employers. Parrot's privacy features created an unexpected problem. Legitimate users were sometimes blocked by overzealous security systems. Corporate firewalls blocked Tor traffic. Bug bounty platforms flagged anonymous connection. Security conferences restricted access from anonymized IPs. The team had to balance privacy with practicality. And so, they created multiple anonymization levels. Stealthy mode, which is a minimal anonymization for corporate environments. Secure mode, a standard Tor routine for general use. And paranoid mode, a maximum anonymization for sensitive research. This flexibility made Parrot suitable for different use cases while maintaining its privacy-first philosophy. From a lightweight alternative to ultimate ethical hacking platform, Parrot Security OS has come far. Parrot survived under the shadow of Kali because it was made for the shadows. It succeeded by focusing on what users actually needed. Parrot proved that security tools doesn't need to be intimidating, privacy doesn't need to be complicated, and ethical hacking education should be accessible to everyone. The platform that promised security made simple became the foundation for the next generation of ethical hackers, security researchers, and privacy advocates. So anytime you are running Linux Parrot, remember that although Big Brother can't watch you, with great power comes great responsibility.